Hello, my name is Roger Weinert. I am a body-mind educator and a structural integration practitioner. I've been working with people for over 30 years to realign their bodies with gravity and to help them be more powerful and effective in their life. I teach people how their body language is their way of communicating to others how they want their lives to be. If you would like to get that for yourself, stay tuned. Most people think about body language as gestures. They think about the arms being crossed, pulling back. They think about people being laid back or held back. You think about the facial expressions, like when people are doing different things with their faces, pulling back, pushing out there. Body language is much more than that. If you really want to be powerful and successful in your business life and in your personal life, body language is the key. Mastering that could change your life. So where does body language come from? In babies, kids express with their whole body. Everything they're doing is to explore their world, to discover it, to touch people. If they see something, they want to play with it. They want to touch it. They want to taste it. As soon as they start expressing themselves like that, it's really cute at first. But then all of a sudden, they touch the wrong thing. They touch somebody in the wrong way, or they knock something over. So we get these ideas of telling the kids to hold on and not express themselves. And that's what becomes good behavior. And then we take them to school, and at some point they sit down at a desk, and the desk is like a little cage. And in that cage they can pay attention to what's going on in front of the room, and they can raise their hand, and they can write with their hand, but the rest of their body sits the date. It gets very slack. And they start, after a while, start being more in our heads than we are in our bodies. And then when they go to the physical education class, they learn how to strengthen their body, to get their muscles strong. But it doesn't really teach them how to be in their bodies. In fact, they pay more attention. There's called a sensory motor nervous system. They learn how to do the motor nerve system, which is all about controlling and containing yourself and doing contraction, but they don't learn a lot about the sensory system, like how to feel what's going on in our lives, how to connect with other people, how to relate to other people. We learn how to be in our heads, but not in our bodies. And that's the place where we start the separation. So how do we get the body, mind, and body language working together? They've always been working together. Our problem is we've been holding back and controlling ourselves and not being as centered, balanced, and powerful as we can. So today I'd like to share with you a movement lesson about how to be in your legs and in your feet to be more powerful and effective in your business and personal life. Your legs are all about taking a stand in the world, understanding and in good standing. The way we are in our legs can be the way that we are in our lives. So some people are holding their legs kind of close together. Sometimes that's a feeling of being shy, being a little smaller in their body. Some people stand with their legs real wide and trying to be a little big out here in the world. What we're talking about is what would it be like to be more centered and balanced in the center of your legs and feeling that in your life. So if you want to take a lot of little steps in life, you'll have a certain type of energy. If you're a person who's really going for it in life, you want to take some big steps, that's a whole different energy. So here's a little lesson for you. What I'd like you to do is to stand up and notice where you are on your foot. If you're way out here on your toes, the net phrase, body language, is that you're a person who's on your toes. A lot of women get trained to be on their toes, putting you in high heels. So if you're always on your toes, what's that all about? It's about being in heightened energy, like you're always going for it, you're always ready, you're in heightened energy. Another person who's back more on their heels, there is no sport that you can play on your heels. If you try to throw a football like that, you try to golf on your heels, it just doesn't work. The goal is, in this, is to be more centered in your foot. So right in front of your ankle, where you tie your shoe, we call that your balance point. So that's the center of your foot. So when you're standing there, notice what it's like to be in your center of your foot. You might lean forward, back, whatever you want to do to find the center of your foot and let yourself balance there. Notice what that does to your breath when you're forward and when you're back and when you're centered. Usually when you're in the center, it opens your breathing up so you feel more present. So this is also about taking that into walking. So when you're taking big steps, we want you to go forward with your one leg And as you're coming off your back leg, we want you to push off your toe. By doing that, you're going to let your leg go farther behind your body and then push off. It allows you to go into your next step more fully. So there's that feeling of going forward, middle, and back. So that was our lesson for today. Take this out in your life and see how powerful and effective it can make you be. The next time you're talking with somebody, if you find yourself pushing on them, bring yourself back and centered. If you find yourself back on your heels with somebody, maybe not feeling powerful, bring yourself centered. As you're walking, go that forward, middle, and back, and see what that does to your power and your energy when you're working with people today. This has been our second video. We've already done one, go find that, and we're getting ready to do 3. So to find out more about this work, go to Body, Mind, Power, and also be ready for our next video. Thank you.